Good morning, everyone. It's Kristin at Leftovercakechat. Happy Sunday morning. We are talking today about converting to virtual weddings in the big pivot from COVID-19. So many clients have had to postpone or cancel their weddings, and it's just really tragic. So we're going to give you some of my top tips on pivoting and what to make sure you're doing if you are doing a virtual wedding. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about a new group that's on Facebook that we've started that we're helping people to make those changes for free and just trying to help them make some decisions right now with just not knowing what's going on. So it's a really crazy time. Cheers to all of those bride and grooms and parents and everyone that is part of the planning process, vendors, for making all of these changes in this crazy time. So cheers to all of you. I'm drinking a mimosa this morning, a little vitamin C with the champagne, and I'm eating a homemade blueberry cake that my mom made. So I'm going to take a little tiny bite, and then we're going to get started. There's not much wedding cake going around these days, so blueberry cake it is. So, Idaho. Idaho has some beautiful locations. And I'm going to read a little bit about you. So there's some epic spots to get married in Idaho. Moose Creek Ranch, which is in Victor, and I'm reading these because I'm never going to remember them. Black Bear Ranch in Ketchum. 4th Street Gardens in Emmett. The Idaho Castle in Hope, which is one of my picks for this week, and we're going to talk about that one, and we're going to post about it because it's so cool. Sawtooth Winery in Nampa. Chateau des Fleurs in Eagle. Shore Lodge in McCall. And Grace Sandpoint Bible College in Sandpoint. There's actually a lot of great AirBnB locations in Sandpoint. And it is located right near a place called Hope, Idaho. So we all need a little hope these days with what's going on. So I thought it was a really cool place to pick for this Sunday to talk about. So the Hope Castle, well, the Idaho Castle, sorry, it's deemed the Hope Castle as well, is absolutely beautiful. It is old school, so it's not going to be anything super fancy. What you do need to know is that it is a blank canvas. So you can pretty much take this property overlooking the water, set in beautiful trees and vegetation and like a forest really. And you can kind of make it whatever you want it to be. The sunsets are amazing, and you'll see these photos when we post them. But it is very old, kind of, I don't want to say run down because it's kind of medieval looking. So, you know, we kind of have some brides sometimes that are maybe want a little bit different scenery, maybe a little gothic, maybe a little medieval. This is your place for certain. So again, blank canvas, you could bring in a lot of decoration and do pretty much whatever you want to do to it. It's not super fancy, so probably can get a really good deal too. It does have a gorgeous staircase, tons of windows, chandeliers, a pool table downstairs, so you can have, you know, multiple parties going on at this location, a fire pit outside, and again, the views are really pretty at sunset and dusk. So that is the Idaho Castle outside of Hope. And then, oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that has 4 bedrooms, 11 beds, 3 baths. Hold on, read the wrong notes, back up. The castle has 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, and sleeps 16. The location I'm going to talk to you about next, which is in Sandpoint, is 14 guests, 4 bedrooms, 11 beds, 3 baths. So that one is, make sure I give you the right one here because it is early. Clearly I'm not awake yet. Also on a lake, beautiful setting with a fire pit outside, It has a gorgeous fireplace inside as well. This one is very, very tastefully decorated. Beautiful white and dark wood everywhere. Has a hot tub, kayaking. This is going to be for our kind of adventure couple. So you're going to come in here and have a little bit more or a little less decorating that has to be done. And yes, hi Erin. Good morning, Erin. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Deb, Laura. Oh my goodness, all kinds of pop-ups coming up right now. So my ADD is going to kick in. So we're talking Idaho. Yes, people actually go and get married in Idaho. It's beautiful. Again, this place, gorgeous windows, gorgeous fireplaces, on the water, so pretty. Very, very nicely decorated. So you're going to have to do very little here. And just a reminder, if you're first tuning in with us, we're bringing you Airbnb locations this year. We were doing this before COVID-19 hit because people were looking for intimate settings for smaller wedding groups. Who knew what was going to happen? So now I think these are going to become much more popular, especially for the remainder of this year when you can gather intimately with your immediate family and still celebrate. And we're going to give you some top tips for that at the end. But these locations are all locations that you can hold weddings at and have more than, 1 or 2 guests attending. So probably 10 to 16 max is going to be comfortable in most of the places that we share with you. But if you are looking for something for more people, we obviously can help you find that. So the next one is called Coyote Yurts. So cool. This place is very, very cool. Again, stunning backdrops, mountains for days behind you. And it is about 5 hours from Yellowstone. So if you are into hiking and biking in national parks, you're going to love this spot. You actually could even get married at Yellowstone and spend your celebration here if you wanted to do like an amazing caravan trip. I imagine like sprinter vans, RVs, kind of RVing, caravanning through Yellowstone to this location. 16 beds, but it only has 2 baths, so keep that in mind. If you are having a lot of people, the RVs and the sprinters with bathrooms might come in handy here with only 2 baths. It is absolutely stunning, the photos. Sunrise, sunset, the mountains. Probably not somewhere you're going to want to go in the winter unless you're really into snow and have 4-wheel drives. So there's bike trails, hiking trails. Some of the pictures show snowshoeing with snow-capped mountains. So just really pretty. And these very unique looking yurts. There's a connector in between with some great wood benches. This is just going to be a really fun for our outdoor client who wants something very kind of off the grid, I guess I'm going to use for that term. So family location, Adirondack chairs with a fire pit, and we'll post all these locations for you. Erin's going to be behind the scenes sharing these links with you, and you certainly can reach out to us. We do, obviously, virtual wedding planning right now is very big. We've been doing it for a long time, doing destination weddings, but we're here to help answer any questions. We did create a Facebook group this week, and you can find it under COVID-19 Wedding Help. Pretty standard. It's a free forum for anyone that you know or yourselves have had to do some replanning or some pivoting. So join that group, ask questions. We're in there. We've got other experts that are willing to answer questions in there as well. And we're happy to help you. So I shared with you earlier that with the changes going on, it's very unlikely and unusual that this has happened, but states have opened up to actually legalize virtual weddings. So you can get married via Zoom in several states right now, and you actually can get your wedding license online, which is also something that is very rare. Florida does have that permit process. It takes a little bit. You can't just do it overnight. Keep that in mind. But you're going to want to look up all of these locations that you might be considering getting married at home or getting married in an Airbnb or somewhere intimate. But you can actually do it with an officiant via Zoom. So, definitely want to check into credentials. We always advise that. Check in with the location, the local government that you are choosing the location at. I know for certain New York, Colorado, Ohio, and California have legalized it. It is temporary right now. It is not something that I think they're going to probably leave long term, but who knows? They could. And you can also, like I said, get your marriage license online too. So everyone is really trying to do the best that they can to help everyone still celebrate. This was such a big year. Double digits for anything in the wedding industry is crazy. So ironically, it's 10/10 right now. 10/10/20 was the big wedding day this year. 10 plus 10 equals 20. And it's 2020. So it's really crazy. I honestly did not plan for me to talk about that at 10/10, but I love the synchronicity. Thanks, universe. So I'm going to tell you my top 13 love notes as I'm sharing them. And those are that even if you are doing a virtual wedding, please make sure when you're sending out your invitations that you actually address them. Green envelope, paperless post, minted.com. You can do all of your invitations online, but you can still put in who it is being addressed to. These are still guests. They still want to feel like they are included. Erin says, Kristin can even marry you. Yes, I actually can marry people. I'm not sure Florida has adopted this, but I guess I'm universal. I can marry people anywhere. So you're right, Erin. I can actually marry you as well. So send out your invitations actually addressed to people. People just now more than ever want to feel included in something. Everyone has been so isolated and feels so off the grid themselves that they really just want to feel included in something. So that brings me to actually sharing your ceremony live. So some things that I've read are people are getting married and then they're having like a little Zoom party. Well, again, we are all so disconnected right now. Share your vows, share your ceremony online with everyone. Get married in front of people on Zoom. Everything is happening on Zoom these days. It's amazing. If only I had known and bought stock in Zoom. So you want to hold an actual rehearsal as well. So during your virtual ceremony planning, please hold a rehearsal with your officiant. You want to test and make sure that your mics are working, your cameras are on, people can hear you. Lord knows I have tons of trouble with technology, so I am going to probably make you rehearse 5 times if it was anything that you were involving me in. Make sure that your officiant welcomes everyone and thanks them for joining you online. And then after the ceremony, if any of you are familiar with Zoom, you know the gallery view right now. So the gallery view allows you to see everyone. Whether their camera is on or not, they should have a name up there. So you actually can do a receiving line with your gallery view set. So you can say hello and thank every single person for coming. Do a little toast for them. Have a little champagne toast and thank them for coming. Just like that. Ask your guests to dress up. So you're still going to have pictures. This is actually a historic time in the wedding world. I hope to God we never see this again, but it is a historic time. So ask people to dress up. Maybe you're going to make it fun and you're going to have a theme. Maybe you're going to ask everyone to wear the same colors, everyone wear white. That's totally up to you, but it is a wedding, and ask people to dress up because most people right now are spending time in their pajamas or yoga pants and tank tops and sweatshirts, and people really want to get dressed up and do something. Even as the world just starts to reopen, a lot of people still are practicing social distancing and are not going to go to an actual wedding or a large function. And I think that's going to happen for the rest of the year. So something super fun that I know we're doing for someone is we are mailing out little tiny champagne splits and cupcakes to everyone in advance for an event. So they are going to receive this. It's going to be their wedding favor. They're going to receive it in time to eat cake and toast with champagne at the virtual wedding. So again, just making people feel included, and who doesn't love something right now coming in safely to your home and to just kind of celebrate and make it fun. Also, I think you should still have your toast. You should still invite your best man, your maid of honor, father of the bride, everyone to do their actual toast online. You're going to be able to record this too. So you're saving a lot of money on no videographer, because in Zoom you can just simply record. So that was one of my top tips as well, but I forgot to mention that. Darn. Oh well. It's in my notes. So have your toast happen. And then you want to also make sure though that everyone's on mute. So when you are doing your toast, mute your guests. Also mute your guests during your ceremony. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of chatter, chaos in the background. People don't realize it, but they don't mute themselves a lot of times. It happens every meeting, every time people are online as a group and everybody wants to say something. So definitely make sure during toast or special time, you are actually muting everyone. You have that option. Something else fun to do, which people do a lot at weddings in person, is to do a video montage. So we're all sitting home, going through photos right now, going through closets, drawers, you're finding kind of things that are all the memorabilia. I've seen a lot of people posting childhood photos from when couples met up to now. So create a montage and share that with people. You can do like a dress change while that's going on, or you can have some photos of your own happening while that's going on. Photographers are coming into people's homes and photographing them. Again, just, practicing very safe and social distancing. So put up a video montage, play some music, play your favorite songs to it, songs that you would have actually played at your reception. Again, you just still want people to feel like they're at some type of celebration right now. Something else that's cool that you can do right now when it's virtual at home is have your pet involved. So a lot of times we were able to bring pets into places, but so many places have restrictions that you can't bring them. You can bring your pet and have your pet involved at home. Dress your pet up, have them be the ring bearer, have them wear a flowered lei collar, but include them. They're such special parts of our lives. We are big, big animal lovers at Swivel Group events, Bridal Retreat, and Leftovercakechat. We love it when people include their dogs in their ceremonies. It is so much fun as long as they cooperate. My dog would not be cooperating, so probably not going to be able to loan him out to anyone. But let's see, what else? So at the end, send a little handwritten thank you note. Again, people are just loving these special little touches to feel connected to people. So you can do an electronic thank you note, but it's so nice to sit home right now after you are able to celebrate with your loved ones and maybe just write little handwritten notes to everyone and thank them for taking part. It's a fun thing to do right now when there's not much else going on. So if you've got any ideas, if you've got any questions, if you want to know if things will work, please reach out to us. If you are stranded and abandoned right now in the COVID-19 pivoting, reach out to us through our Facebook group. If you want to plan something new or even start your planning for 2021 or 2022, reach out to us at Swivel Group Events. You can do virtual planning with us just like we're doing right now. We can Skype, we can FaceTime, we can Zoom. And if you decide that you are getting super stressed out, don't. So we offer the Bridal Retreat. We are still holding strong to our August dates in Nashville, hoping that everything will go through and we'll be able to continue that experience in Nashville in August. We were supposed to be there in June, but we're not going to put anybody in harm's way. So we have that option available. We are also very close to launching our online virtual retreat, which is obviously not the same. It is going to be a smaller version of the retreat. All of our coaches are going to be involved, and we've got a lot of great vendor information plugged into there for you. Definitely helpful and something that you can do very easily from home. It's not going to be the in-person experience, but it's actually, again, just a way to change things up right now while everything else is going on. And then once things start moving again, we're hoping for July, you can come and do a planning moon with me in Florida. So these are for couples. The bridal retreat is mainly for the brides right now, and if they choose to bring their mom or their mother-in-law to be, or maid of honor or sisters, or bridal party, that's great. That is a group setting for females. Right now, we are going to have several different retreat options for everyone because we love everyone coming up. We need to get things back to normal first. So the plain moons are for couples. So if you are a couple and you want to come and hang out in Florida with me for a night, waterfront accommodations and one-on-one time to plan your wedding or replan. And we've got a really exciting announcement coming up this week. We're going to be running a contest on Pinterest where anyone that was put off or had to really change their plans and pivot fast and wants help replanning, we are going to give away a planning moon in July, August, September, and October, and maybe November and December. We're going to see what continues to happen in the country. But we're going to give away a planning moon 1 month to somebody that has to change plans, that just is really struggling and needs help. So that's going to be announced on Pinterest this week. We're so excited about it. And you can follow us on Pinterest at the Bridal Retreat for this actual contest. Silvergroupevents.com is our website. Thebridalretreat.com is our website. And of course, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So thanks everyone for joining. That was a lot. I know I went over my time today. Lots to share. I don't know if I have any questions because I cannot see them. But if you have a question, reach out to us and we will make sure that someone answers you. I'm going to toast once again to you. And remember, hope Idaho. Have fun. We gotta have hope, people. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for joining us at Cake Chat.